This is part 3 of La Hacienda Napoles. We are learning about Pablo Escobar as they still have a couple of things of information about him. I did not know, but in La Hacienda, you are actually not to speak about him, and there is no merchandise about him or anything that shows his face on it. These are pictures of the original Hacienda and all of his friends and people that stepped into it. As we know, Pablo liked to throw parties and bring important people from all over the world, and he would throw his parties here at La Hacienda Napoles. Number one, because it was a big area and very hard for police and anybody to come into, but also because it was the main area where they would actually do their ins and outs of their loads, if you know what I mean. There was a lot of information that was translated in English and Spanish, which made it very good for me to be able to translate and teach history to my little one. I also learned that even though it's not something that we're proud of, it is part of our history and it's important to learn, as if we are not knowledgeable, this is when people start making jokes or start creating stories that are not true. Yes, this man helped a lot of the locals, and that's why locals still look up to him till today. However, he did a lot of damage for the entire country. Hundreds of innocent people died just because he was in search of an unsatisfiable hunger for power. He did get into the politics, and this is when everything started turning sideways. He even turned into his own people and associates, and that's why everything ended up so bad, not just for him, but for everybody in the cartel and everybody that was involved. I love that they keep all of the newspapers and all of the news of everything that was happening around that time, because of course, as somebody young that was not going through that time, or I can't recall that time, I needed to learn a little bit of history myself. So it is great that they keep this information, because a lot of people tend to look up to him just because of the idea of having money, but they don't understand that it came with a lot of blood, a lot of tears, and a lot of innocent lives. So we do not condone to the story of Pablo Escobar. We do not look at it as something great that we should learn from. Instead, something to never do again. Colombia has recovered, and we love that about our culture, that we were able to recover from something so crazy and so evil. But that's why we do not give credit for him or any of his vision. Instead, now we have created a very good sanctuary space at La Hacienda that does not want to talk about his history, but instead we want to showcase all the beauty that Colombia has to offer. I hope that you guys have enjoyed my videos so far. And again, with my videos, I hope I can share a little bit of the beauty that Colombia has to offer.